Hello guys, in the age of AI, Laravel creators are building a lot of packages. They are on fire. So here's my list of curated packages on Laravel daily, but also even if I look at my newsletter, which I send every Thursday, and if you haven't subscribed yet, please do. I will link that in the description below. Look at how many new packages. So MPP, Laravel Scale, Workflow Engine, Laravel Audit. Some of those packages are actually similar packages to existing ones on the market with some individual twist. But still, Laravel package creators are on fire, which raises the question, who do we trust? Which package is or isn't more like AI slop or one-time thing for the author themselves? And even with older packages, I do curate that on my Laravel daily. But of course, we can probably trust spotty or first-party packages and some well-known names. But if you take any random, less-known creator, can we trust that they will maintain the package, that the docs are good, that it's ready for AI agent with good documentation and stuff like that? And what even should be the criteria for evaluating the package? In this video, I will show you a potential solution. Presenting to you a tool called PlumPHP with the question, is this package built true? What does it mean by true? Let's discover. So I've met the creator of PlumPHP at Laracon US in Boston, but over this website, I didn't see his name here mentioned, so maybe he wants to remain anonymous. If you're watching this video, the author, please comment below so people would know and you would be more famous. I guess you should be more famous for that, but I will just anonymize it for this video and just will present the project, which is free to use, by the way, at least for now. So here's the list of scanned packages, automatically scanned from Packagist and GitHub. And the usage of that can be seen on Filament official plugin directory. Let's go there and check out. So here on the Filament plugins page, you can see this number, 100 out of 100 or 98 or 91. Let's take a look. So if we click the details on any of the plugin that has been scanned, package health. So this is using PlumPHP API, and I will get to that in a minute, how it is used on various checks. Also maintenance and ecosystem. Let's see the list of checks being processed. And you can argue whether all those checks are that important. Maybe some of them are kind of too harsh or too strict, but I really like a few of them. Like for example, commit and release recency. So is the package actively maintained? Then also important, of course, current Laravel version supported and PHP version supported, which is always the question by someone who wants to use the package. Let's take a look at some other package as example. For example, here's a lower score. Let's see why. By the way, I don't want to say anything negative about the authors. This is just one way of evaluating the package. And here we have security 68. Why is that? So no security policy, no dependabot configured, basically no security automation. That is how I interpret that. But let's get back to PlumPHP website and let's read how exactly does it work. So it tracks currently 80,000 packages and it has the roadmap of full Packagist coverage. You can read about that later. I will link that in the description below. And you can also request the package, which is a pretty recent feature if I remember correctly. And then let's see what is this. So the author defines three categories to scan for: security, maintenance, and ecosystem health. And you saw them already. And we have scoring page. And of course, as it should be, security has the biggest weight, 55% of things. So that's why that package, the last one that I showed you, had 82 overall score, because security things were not fully taken care of. And we have more details like pass, warn, and fail with some scoring system, which is not that sophisticated actually. But I think such scoring is much better than just to use GitHub stars, which can be gamified, of course. And there are other factors that can be gamified as well, but this is kind of more broader scan. And PlumPHP offers the API that you can use, which is exactly being used by Filament, if I understand correctly. And all API endpoints are public. At the moment, no API key required. Probably it will become a business at some point if it grows, but for now everything is free, just with some limitations and usage guidelines. You can read about those separately. For example, list historical scans for a specific package. This is one API, so you can even dive into history, what has been changed. then show package specific vendor name and what is the current result of latest scan. To be honest, I'm not sure how often the scans are performed. Maybe it's in the overview, or maybe it's somewhere on the home page. No, I don't see that. So it's unclear how often they are scanned, but also in the API, I saw trigger scan. So if it's your own package, you can ask for scan to be triggered. And also I saw somewhere registering a private package, so maybe that's a future business model for PlumPHP. But generally, for now, I think it's a pretty solid version 1 of scanner of packages from Packagist to be used. Now it is used in Filament, but it could be used in Laravel projects, also maybe on my Laravel daily in the future. And if you are a package owner or maintainer or active user in the community, you can show PlumPHP to the package owner. Let's also visit one of the pages directly here, not on Filament. Oh yes, so this is more details. For example, GitHub Actions pinned to SHA. And here you can actually see more details, much more details than on Filament page. So for example, PR responsiveness for Dependabot. So oldest PR is 633 days old, which is not a good sign. And also there's no security policy. And what about current Laravel version? Oh, in this case, probably this package doesn't even require Laravel. All those packages in this video, by the way, I'm shooting just randomly. I don't even look at package name or vendor. And you can, of course, search for packages. For example, search for Spotty. And for example, let's see, Spotty Holidays has 75. It's not 100, which is interesting. It doesn't provide security policy either. And something with Dependabot. To be honest, not all the maintainers and vendors like Dependabot because sometimes it's spammy, so to speak. So it may be false positives and some extra effort to maintain. So I'm not sure. We can discuss in the comments whether you like or hate Dependabot. So yeah, even Spotty packages may be on the fence of not being 100 according to this PlumPHP scoring card. So yeah, this is the tool I wanted to show you. Maybe it will help us trust or not trust more packages in the future or evaluate them, and we can discuss what other evaluation criteria could be used in PlumPHP, or how do you decide whether to trust some packages. But also I see this trend. I tweeted recently that with so many new packages, and I get emails to review or share some packages every day, I'm not lying, once per day at least, some tweet or email or YouTube comment, something like that. But at the same time, developers want fewer third-party dependencies, because why you would depend on a package that you may not trust if you can build everything yourself now these days. So this is my prediction for like 6 to 12 months, I guess, down the road. Do you agree with my take on general new Laravel or PHP or any packages? Let's discuss in the comments below. But if you want to follow that list of new packages, I keep sharing that not only on Twitter but on my newsletter as well. So this is the link. It's free. Every Thursday I send the email to this amount of subscribers currently. So join those subscribers if you haven't yet. The link will be in the description below. That's it for this time, and see you guys in other videos.